The resurrection prophecy. Gather round, my people. Now, there was a prophet named Somi who lived in the mountains. His chair was the squeakiest of all the village. He turned to the village people and said, "We're out of orange juice. I must go stock up." And he set down the mountain path on his pilgrimage. When he arrived to the gates of Degenville, a light appeared and blinded him. "Silence!" "I wasn't even talking," Somi replied back to the light. "I wasn't talking to you. I was yelling at the soy boys who have denied the good word. It is me, Lord Satoshi, and I need you, Somi, my prophet, to deliver this message to my people in the lands, especially the mid-curvers. Donald Trump just got voted in, and we need to run it back turbo. The pearly gates will open, the candles will turn green, the sun will shine and beam the most glorious pump to your crypto bags." Somi finally made it back on his feet and said, "It is your wish, my lord. Just tell me which bags to buy." Satoshi replied, "All of them. This is the truth. Peace be with you." So now we arrive in the next part of the crypto cycle where, against all odds, the 4-year cycle is repeating exactly the same. Here it is, friends. The crypto resurrection prophecy. Everything is coming back from the dead. This follows Donald Trump's comeback story. I have been seeing a lot of things, friends. Everybody's coming back. Everyone. This one shocked me. Crypto Cobie. Okay, so Crypto Cobie, as you know, he started with £400 in crypto a long time ago, before you were born, about 12 years, 2011, 2012. £400, he's now worth over $1 billion. That's all he ever put into crypto. Besides, he bought the dip or something in 2018, but he'd already made it by then. So Crypto Cobie, friends, the fact that he's coming back, it says a lot. This is like a final piece of the puzzle to just show you something is changing. All of this is running parallel. It is infused with Donald Trump's spirit, the greatest comeback story ever. So Crypto Cobie, what I just showed you, that was his original profile. And he has been changing his pictures over and over and over to make fun of like his blonde hair and his rugged good looks. But now things are changing. It seems like the past is coming back, friends. Now, if you've been following me, you know this comes as no surprise. I have been making dozens of videos for the past 2 years about the framework of cycle 1, 2, or 3 coins and cycle 1, 2, or 3 narratives. Yes? And if you remember, DeFi was a cycle 1 narrative here, and it exhausted itself. It didn't have enough legs to run up here, pretty much, okay? But you can go through every cycle and you can write down the narratives that appeared, okay? In the following cycle after that, they did come back. Now, they weren't as glorious as the first-time unicorn winner. However, it was plenty of movement to retire you because the winners, now they have shown some price action and you can participate in them. So, for example, if you're looking at DeFi, let's use real examples. DeFi, Aave, Chainlink, Uni, Synthetics. Okay, be careful with some of them. Okay, some of them are just riddled with soy, but these are coins and the communities around them. They basically solidified themselves as part of the crypto furniture now, and they're not going away. Now, it doesn't just mean, oh, let's go buy anything we want. Okay, because there's more to it than meets the eye. But there is a comeback coming, okay? And we can even see it with Ethereum and the ETH-BTC ratio, all right? We can see it getting pummeled right now. Perhaps once it starts to resurrect, Ethereum resurrecting, remember, Ethereum is like a DeFi coin, friends. Once it starts to resurrect, you will probably witness these cycle 2 narratives come back. Now, I made so many videos to go through this. It's amazing to see them finally come back. In the previous cycles, cycle 2 narratives only wake up after Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. So I actually written them right down here. So you had Litecoin here. Litecoin was in its first cycle. Litecoin didn't wake up until Bitcoin started smashing up the highs here. Okay, so that's when Litecoin came back. But there were also new cycle 1 coins in this period of 2016, like for example, Ethereum, right? In 2020 cycle, it was actually a similar story, okay? So the cycle 2 coins now, which is pretty much, you have your, Trons, your Cordanzos. This was like a big one to consider. After Bitcoin broke the all-time high, that's when they started to wake up. Okay, now a lot of the things that you got to think about is, remember, crypto all moves together. So you're trying to pick the fastest horse. The issue is, though, you don't know the fastest horse, and you can't replay time to like rotate your capital and go do something else. So you just have to basically play the cards that you're dealt with. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you a quick clip from Crypto Band to Ran. Shout out to Ranny Boo. He's just going to show you there's a bit of like DeFi buzz and stuff going around here, friends. But remember, all of this comes from Donald Trump. They tried to assassinate him. He comes back for the comeback story, and everything seems to be coming back. So let's have a listen. And it all starts with Gary Gensler being fired.
Look at him now, because you're not going to see him again after January. Apparently he's going on a vacation. He ain't coming back. That's what I've heard that. He's going on vacation. He ain't ever coming back. I think he won't even show his face in the United States. That's how much people actually hate this guy. And I mean, look, it's not all about his policies, because I mean, his policies are bad. But this face is a face that, even if his policies were good, this is the kind of face that you want to punch. It's just, I mean, he just...
So you get the point with Gary Gensler, right? The Semen Demon himself. We've defeated the Semen Demon pretty much, which is amazing. So we have the Semen Demon's nose, okay? His little honky honk nose, just as a reminder, honk, 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 to stay away from those bad, evil things that they were doing. Now, we're going to continue a bit more, but all of his friends, remember, Donald Trump comeback story, everything's coming back, okay? Things are just coming back. Also interesting, Donald Trump, he's like bringing back manufacturing to America. We're making it great again, okay? Do you see that? Make memes great again. We're bringing them back. You see that? It's a resurrection spirit. It's this theme. They're coming back. You see this power. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go a bit more to the DeFi stuff.
Two things in the case of DeFi. The first thing is, it means that DeFi protocols will be able to launch and will be able to operate probably in the United States under a legal framework, which is not, that hasn't been how it's been. And so you've had a disincentive of launching DeFi, and you've had an incentive to launch things like meme coins, which the SEC can't attack, right? You got that.
So this is it's a common theme, friends. Just be careful with like selling your meme cults religions for this. So they're coming back, but it's not going to be a I am taking from you type of aspect, okay? It's not that. DeFi is coming back, but the most mainstream people, what they believe is, they believe now that you're allowed to revenue share, okay? Now that you're allowed to revenue share, there's going to be like this glorious pump in all these DeFi tokens. Now, here's the thing. You don't even need them to revenue share. You just need people to think revenue sharing is good, okay? We already have revenue sharing in crypto, and it doesn't add mindshare, okay? It doesn't add mindshare. All it does, when you think about it, is it just keeps the people holding. It just gives them another carrot on the stick to hold a bit longer. That's it. Okay, you don't actually need it. Like, look at Doge. Where's your revenue sharing Doge? Doesn't matter. Blew the roof off everything, okay? So it doesn't matter what the narrative is, okay? Just think about these narratives, but don't sell things that are strong. You're like, oh, there's revenue sharing over here. Have you seen the revenue? Have you seen how pathetic the revenue is, the yield? Like, do you honestly care about a 6% yield per year in Aave when you're trying to make 380% a week in a meme coin? You don't care about it because you know, oh, your yield's going to go down in the bear market anyway. So the market fading this mindshare, it's actually smart for doing that. The market learned that, okay, we don't want to get mogged again. We don't want to get mogged again like in every single bear market from before, okay? Like I said, though, everybody's going to have their own narrative because there is a cohort of people outside of crypto right now, and they're all going to come in for different stuff. Some people are going to like meme coins. Some people are here for gaming. Some people are here for privacy, a bit of privacy. Some people are here for DeFi, all the different aspects of DeFi, whatever floats their boat, okay? So they're all going to come and latch onto a narrative. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I mean, the truth is as well, when it comes to DeFi, friends, it's now moving into its second cycle. And you know what? It's funny when you're looking at this. Okay, when you're looking at this others index. Okay, it's always been true, friends. You break the all-time high. So you break the all-time high up here, and then the stuff of the past reprices up. Okay, but like I said, everything moves together. So if you're holding on things like, look at last cycle, for example. In the 2021 year, what did XRP do? I think XRP did maybe like a 6x of that year. Hex does a 50. So you pretty much you get a 10 banger, right? You get like a massive banger multiplier on Hex compared to, say, XRP. Okay, I think I'd say that this is just giving you an example of your opportunity cost. At the end, everything is round trips anyway, because the market has to like reprice itself, because you get to find out, okay, who are you swimming with? Okay, that's what you get to find. You're like, hey, that's not a banana. That's not a banana at all. And that ain't a remote controller. See, you start asking these questions in euphoria, because you're like, who are these people? But look, it's not our fellow brothers and sisters and squirrels here, rest in peace, Peanut. Okay, it's not just us here. It's going to be like, it's wealthy people, institutional people coming in, because they made a lot of money in the stock market for the past 14 years, up only rally. They've made a couple of million in all these stocks, the rotational play. And also a lot of people, they're going to get a bit fugazied by the next phase. So this whole revenue sharing thing, they're like, oh, wow, I can get upside with revenue sharing. And they might be more inclined to take on a bit more risk, because they think the code is going to be able to support the price, which is absolutely false. There is no evidence of this ever happening. Code can't support price. It can like kind of help, but it can't basically stop you from going to zero. It can't stop people just liquidating and thrashing the price down. But we all know this, right? But there's 500 million of us in crypto. There are like 8 billion people in the world. So if we onboard another 500 million, we'll 2x the user base. That means we'll 4x the price. And hopefully this brings up crypto, which I'm going to do right now. See, crypto, friends, is exactly 2.5 trillion. So if we get to 10 trillion, how do we get to 10 trillion, baby dolls? We'll have to 2x the user base, which is a 4x price increase. So basically, there's 530 million people in crypto. We need them to stop tweaking their nipples for 5 seconds and actually start to come in and start to use crypto, whatever it is that means they need to do. You know, some people are going to use the layer 2 chains or whatever. But yes, we get from 500 million to 1 billion people, and that'll be like that next leg up, and then we can like think about what to do after that. Now, I want to show you something about what's happening. So there's a thumbnail here. Okay, so it's Crypto Crown, but it's another gentleman, FOMO Factory. I like watching his channel. He's all right. So professional trader says alt season won't happen. So look, this is what happens, man. So biasness can creep in a bit. So some people in the chats are saying that Mr. Crown says he's bullish. And then some people saying, hey, but how come he's being used as a thumbnail to say alt season won't happen? And you're probably wondering, like, why is this topic of discussion? It's because, okay, it's because we are in that very thin sliver of time where the crowd is right. All right? It's where the crowd is right. Because we are bullish, and our feelings of bullishness are only justified if there's growth that comes in right after us. Okay? So for the whole period of time, if you go back, if we look at Bitcoin, this whole period of time, every time we're bullish, basically we had to go and meet Mr. Daddy. You know what I mean? We had to get spanked a bit, and we had the hope and disbelief part rinsing. So as you can see, hope, recovery, disbelief, hope and disbelief, rinsing. Okay, so that was all this period here. But now finally Bitcoin is showing the way, and we're going to get this next part, friends. So this is what the next part is. So we are, if I just kindly move in here, friends, I'll play some nice gentle angel music just so we can smooth things over. Are you ready? It's the next most beautiful part of all. The green candles, friends. This is actually, we've been waiting 4 years for this. Now, we didn't know it was going to repeat exactly 4-year cycle. We had no idea, man. But it's happening, okay? So the next part is optimism, okay? Like an actual real optimism, where they go, this rally is real, all right? This is real, friends. So what I'm going to do is just show you what it would look like probably if Bitcoin starts printing up here. By the way, you want to see the price there? If Bitcoin's like around the 100K, it's trading at 110. Let's say Bitcoin like doesn't just tap 100. It's like it taps 100. It goes like to 110, 112, 113. That's when everyone's like, oh, this is real. Whatever's happening is big. Okay, that's what you want. There's an on-flow from that. You get belief where people go, okay, now it's time for me to go all in. Okay, and all these people coming in, right? They make, see this, friends, there's a long part here. These people make the final part happen, but it happens really, really fast. So another way to look at, like, hopefully you're on side like a 5x from here, and then the fast money comes in, and then they make another 5x, but they don't get out. They don't get out, right? Because they're buying on the way up, and they're like, hey, this is exciting. I'm not getting out after a 2 or a 3x, because they hear about the unicorn winners. They're like, oh, this guy made 400x. This guy turned 2,000 into like 18 million. They're like, I'm not getting out this 5x. I just put 13 grand. I've got $70,000 right now. I'm not getting out. So that's how people overstay their welcome. But what the truth is, right, exit liquidity, they ain't really exit liquidity. They're going to look really, really smart at the start, because what's going to happen is they're going to make money fast and aggressive, and mark my words, they will first come in really bullish, and it will shock you. And you're going to think, oh, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. These new people, they're going to get wrecked. They end up getting it right. They actually get justified with their bullishness, okay? And then it shocks everybody. This happens every bull market, because everyone keeps trying to call the top. Doesn't happen. Then see the exit liquidity, friends? It's a lot of people. When the first round come in, you're like, oh, I haven't seen you before. Then everybody thinks it's over. It's not actually over, because you know those people who just got in, they are magnets for everybody else. They have to win first, then they get the final of the week hands in. You know, your Ty Lopez's, your Katy Perry's, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. Okay, so they don't come in unless they're like new friend who threw in 30 grand into a meme coin, made like 870,000. They need that person to win first. If they just throw their money and lose, they never come in. You see? So once it's all fulfilled, then we get the big fat mega moonshot. So now, because I love and appreciate you, and you already know that we have to follow the meme cult religion archetype, Hex is a better Bitcoin, friends. You know, PulseChain is the best neo-religion in crypto. Priced like a celebrity meme token. Like, what a discount. Discount of the century. You have PulseX as well, the greatest casino to own. It's like an index of all the activity on PulseChain, for example. So how could we even speak about resurrections without talking about Richard Heart as well? You know what I mean? So obviously, I'm going to show you here. So this is Richard Heart right here, friends. So Hex did a 10,000x from here. Okay, this is Erection Hex. This is EHEX. All of them are going to move up, friends. All of them are going to move up. Of course they are. There's liquidity bonding and everything, but maybe at the end, EHEX goes up at the end. Maybe. But it's got very thin liquidity. It's hard to tell the very thin liquidity thing to stay down for a long time when everything else is moving up. That is something to think about. You also have, this is Pulse, PLS. So the resurrection theme, friends. That's what I'm saying. The resurrections, like a phoenix rising, redemption, everything, okay? You can also see there's been very positive court cases with Richard Heart and the SEC. Judge Auntie Carroll, very favorable there. Maybe Richard Streams at the top. Look, it's just Donald Trump, man, the comeback. The comeback, okay? You know what else is going to come back, by the way? Our friendship. And what about Doge, friends? I'm just going to show it to you. This is ETH BTC showing the comeback. What about Doge, right? Doge, I feel like, friends, I feel like it's racist unless Doge hits $1. I just feel like it's got to hit $1, dude. You just, come on, bro. You're destined for $1, you know? Now, what I'm going to do now, friends, I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you with, if we're talking about resurrections, all right, I'm going to show you EOS, and I'm going to use EOS. I'm going to use it to show you in EOS's second cycle, it's still retraced 50% of its bull market move. And so if you correspond that to Hex, you get about, remember, combined price today, it'll be about 20 to 25 cents, adjusting for the inflation. So combined Hex, friends, is about 1.8 cents here. Okay, combined cents, 1.8 cents. So it would be about a 10 to 15x from here. By the way, that's EOS, okay? So I'm just using EOS. I'm just using it as an example. So what I can do is, I'm just going to show you this regular chart here. Okay, this is EOS, big one. Now, in 2021, okay, we had a recovery up. So you can go to the very, very top of EOS, go to the bottom, okay, and look where EOS was still able to climb back to. The 61.8%, around 50%. See this? You see this? This is a weekly chart. You see this? This is very, very, very short-lived, but it happened. And remember, EOS, man, nobody bridged to EOS. EOS had no DeFi. EOS didn't have... Friends, I went to Reddit trying to find out is there alpha and information of EOS back in 2020. Okay, before I knew Twitter, it's literally dead. There was 3 people there, 3 upvotes on EOS posts. There was nothing there. And it still came back to 50%. You see this 50% retrace zone? So what I'm now going to do is, if you'll kindly allow me, is I'm now going to just show you HEX. Okay, now what I'm going to do is also just imagine we're charting combined HEX, which is 1.8 cents. Okay, combined HEX is actually, the price is up here. Okay, that's combined HEX. So if I use the Fibonacci and I use just a fib here and I draw it to the very bottom, actually, I think the bottom of the price was like half a cent combined or whatever it was, maybe almost 1 cent. It doesn't really matter the exact zone, but you used to have a rough estimate of, look at this, it's around right here. Here we go, adjusted friends. Just apologies for that. Don't use the log, okay? Don't use log on that. Use a linear one. And around the 50% here, you have 26 cents. You see that? Around, just say 25 cents, okay? Remember, it doesn't adjust for the inflation of the yield hound out. So what if you want to be conservative? Somewhere 20 to 25 cents, okay? So if we're talking about a resurrection, and this is, I think, if PulseChain had bad fundamentals, okay? I think if PulseChain had bad fundamentals, let's say there were VCs, there was no love, there was no caring about it, this is what the worst case would be, I believe. I think this worst case would be this. And if you remember, friends, when the corrupt SEC came, I was even talking about this last year. I go, look, man, look, I know it looks bad right now. I was telling you, I know it looks bad right now. Corrupt SEC are scum. Honk, honk, Gary Gensler. Honk, 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 honk. Okay, on the nose. However, even EOS recovered 50% of its move from its first cycle. Even EOS. Okay, so eventually, like, we're bound to get there somewhere, the spirit, the memory. So that would be around 20 to 25 cents. Even if you look at it from today, if we just go down to like 1.8 cents, it would be, yeah, 13x. And then, like, of course, I'm not saying it stops there. I'm just telling you, like, worst case, like, friends, how rare, like, not financial advice, just like, how rare is it? You're right. All right, worst case, you're getting a 13 banger on your money. Worst case. Now, it can go to zero, and you might have to count Pulse and PulseX and EHEX. Maybe you have to count all of them together. Yeah, but also, if we're going to count them and be heavy, let's count Donald Trump then. Let's count Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF then. You know what I mean? Let's count all these other things. Let's count the fluffy microphone. Let's count 72 streamers, 178 content creators, 2 conferences per year. Let's count those. Let's count the fact that Rectum Michelle's back, okay, and he wasn't actually dumping, okay? Let's see if we start looking at, oh, these are the reasons why it can't work here, but then we've got to be honest. Let's think about the 170,000 Ethereum in the sacrifice wallet. Let's think about those. Let's think about what if PDI attracts more people because they actually think, you know, oh, wow, I get an arbitrage here. It's 1 cent. It should be $1. Do you see what I mean? Like, if you start throwing all these things in, you're like, oh, we should be able to get there, right? Yes. So now, friends, I want to show you this archetype from Morad, just to give you an idea of, okay, just showing you there are different generations out, friends. This is your chance to, like, front run a very, very large crowd of people in a mania. All right, that's pretty much it. So it's the memes, cults, religions archetype. Look at this. First, there was real estate. You need capital, though. You're buying insanely marked up boomer bags. So, yes, you are buying. So, basically, property, friends, property grows at around the same rate as the money supply debasing. And you get a bit of premium on there. You get yield on it and stuff. It's not enough, man. It's just not enough. So, they're debasing at 7% per year. If you get property, you'll get about 7 to 10% per year. Congratulations, okay? Yeah, you're going to be set in 20 years, right? But then the bank lets you borrow and leverage in that, and that's okay. What if you don't want to do leverage, bro? What if there's a recession literally the next 24 months? What if something bad happens and then, like, people lose their jobs, you get liquidated, okay? That's a risk. S&P 500, of course. S&P 500 grows with the money debasing as well, 7% with a bit of premium on that, 2% on top of that. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Sol, you are later in there. Doesn't mean you're late per se, but like you're later than obviously being much earlier. Altcoins, look at this. 100x marked up VC bags. Price discovery happened in the private rounds. Yes. So there are VC coins that should be 10 million market cap, but they're trading at 180 million. The growth's gone. Okay, the VCs got to buy them earlier, and now they're trying to dump on retail. They've got the journey out, and now they have to, like, figure out how they dump on each other. Okay. Perpetual trading, friends, so leverage trading is hyper competitive. There are whales institutions. You got Winterpute. You got all these other scum, friends. Remember, like BitPoop, all these other poopy market makers. They're all cheating, friends. They all give themselves extremely low, cheap rates. They're just luring retail. People getting destroyed, okay? Get off there. You have no edge on these leverage trading exchanges. The top 3% of people do, and guess what? They all get embarrassed by the Bitcoin performance. Every single one. They get embarrassed, man. Embarrassed. One of the biggest traders, he's got 18 million in his account. Yeah, but he started with 6 million. But if he held Bitcoin right now, he would actually have 85 million. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. So, you see what I mean? You get destroyed by buying and holding. You get destroyed, okay? If you're gambling. Next one, gambling. So this is pump fund. This is deck screener scanning. Yes, once again, it's trash. 95% of people lose. More, actually, 99%. People need an insider cabal and all these other things. So this is your chance to make it. Buy and hold mentality. Very strong communities, shelling points for fund involvement. These are cult meme coins. You notice so Morad's changing a bit of the words out here. It's the archetype. Meme is an idea. The idea grows big enough, it becomes a cult. Okay, a cult is just a scarce meme community. That's it. They've survived a lot. Now they're a cult. Okay, that's why they're stuck in together. And then if the cult grows big enough, you become the neo-religion. Neo just means new. Hey, a new religion of sorts. Okay, Bitcoin's a neo-religion. Okay, hey, I've got long-term savings in this. That's everyone's goal, to see how fast they can grow. Okay, that's the most beautiful part out here. Also, thank you, Mr. Durkey Turkey. Here, I fixed it for you. Dick with butt, dick with butt, dick with butt, dick with butt, dick with butt. DWB, DWB. That's awesome. You see these fans are having so much fun here. Where's the layer 2 governance votants, bro? I don't see any layer 2 governance votants doing these cute mini Pokemon looking things on my post. So there you go. I don't care about you. You don't care about us. That's how it's going to be. The VC coins are all overly bloated junk. Don't stop believing. That's it. Of everything, friends. Of everything, don't stop believing. Because we are on our pilgrimage journey together. We are friends, okay? You and I, we can now see it. It's all happening. The resurrection prophecy. Things are coming back. How much they come back, though? The good thing is, you've been DCA buying for a long time. You're still holding, you believe, okay? That's the best part. You've been preparing for this moment. So, you have a lot of opportunity. 90% call, 10% lottery. Maybe there's going to be some chains and stuff around that you just want to participate in things early. Whatever, we'll see. But for the most part, you're now prepared, adequately prepared. I feel like we're going to get a big alt season. I don't know how. Look, there's a lot of altcoin dispersion. There is. However, you've got Trump in now. The orange man, who's very good, like his friends, when the president likes something, look, let me leave you with this example. Remember when Elon Musk says a word on Twitter and people make a meme coin out of that word? Okay. Now imagine Donald Trump, who's now the president, has a 10-point plan about pro-crypto, free Ross, Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. He has his own DeFi altcoin. He has JPEG NFTs. He wants crypto to be dominated by the USA. He wants the USA to pretty much crush it and bring it all in. You see what I mean? Like, okay, if Elon Musk tweeting a word has that much activity, what is the president going to do to this? That's what is the most exciting part of next year. The resurrection prophecy. They're coming back. They are coming back. It's been a great journey. We're still continuing. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.